I've really felt him moving through my friends and my peers, and I felt him move through me Saturday night, really encouraging me to finally figure out which part of my testimony I'm going to share. The only expectation I had for this weekend was I was expecting to be terrified to share my testimony. He's a comforting God. I felt comfortable up in front of my classmates. He's a faithful and loyal God. He was there with me 100% of the time.
This weekend I learned about getting closer to God and seeing who my true friends are and making new friendships.
Yeah. I've really seen his character through the kids mostly, and how they're praising him and what they're saying during our small groups together. You know, these kids, it's hilarious to see them, you know, pushing each other down tubing hills and, you know, running around the broomball court and being funny and silly, but it's really incredible to see them completely shift gears and say, okay, we are looking at God's Word right now, and we're going to get the most out of the 2.5 days that we have here together.
Surprised me was how well I've been getting along with everybody here. I'm normally in my shell, but the past year or so I've been kind of getting out more and talking to people I normally don't talk to. So it's fun just to be in a place where I can do that for a whole weekend to get closer to people.
What surprised me was the worship time. I love to sing, but I never really felt a connection to the words on the screen until this weekend, where I felt really fulfilled by the worship time. And in the sessions, Chris said that worship fills the gap, and that really spoke to me, and I think that gave me so much joy in the worship time, and I'll carry that with me for my whole life.
I've learned that we need to sit in the tension of things and just kind of let God take control, because sometimes we can't take control. We just have to be able to sit where we're at comfortably and just kind of let God take over and do whatever He wants to do in the situation.
Mostly, I guess, in looking at the kids, seeing how their lives are changing. I probably shouldn't have taken a Starburst before doing this. And how they're just being real, and even me, being real, noticing God's seeing you where you're at in life. We don't have to meet any expectations for God to accept us.
I think one of the expectations that I share with a lot of people my age as well is you expect coming up here on these trips to hang out with your friends, your close friends especially, and that rarely ends up happening, at least for me. You usually end up hanging out with some new people and having some pretty intentional conversations, and you end up walking away from the weekend with a lot of people who you hardly knew before, where you have a lot closer of a relationship. And that makes Wednesday nights a lot more enjoyable too, because then you have a lot more people to check in with. So
the frame activity that you had really helped, because I needed that truth. So I write my lies or my struggles on there, and I went up to one of the leaders. I went up to Clayton because we had a talk last night, and he really helped me through a lot of stuff and talked to me, and so that he's the one that spoke truth into me. And then he took my frame and erased all the lies, and then he wrote truth on there, and it just really spoke to me.